Now you can decide to add anchor points, and you can decide to delete anchor points from the same tool. And to do that, you can go to your pen tool, right click on the pen tool to bring out other tools behind the pen tool. Now you see add anchor points, delete anchor points, convert points tool. Now let's take the first, the third and the fourth tool. Now if I want to delete anchor points, I will just click there, go to my shape and click on that to delete that anchor point. Click on this to delete that. If I want to add an anchor point, I will just pick the add anchor point tool, click on the shape. Okay, now click on one anchor point and click on another anchor point tool. Okay, let me take it from here. Now add an anchor point. You discover that we have an anchor point added to what we're doing. You can decide to add to this as well. You decide we have a couple of anchor points. Now another tool used to work with the pen tool is the convert anchor point tool, where you can decide to use that particular tool to turn a straight line to a curve and vice versa. Okay, now as you can see, this is beginning to turn into something very, very wonderful. Okay, so with this tool being explained, you can decide to use them to a kind of change the love we drew here, or where is it, okay, to something more realistic. I'm going to leave that to you to work on it, but after I finish treating the tools you can use to work on parts of the pen tool, I believe you're going to enjoy using the pen tool as well. Okay, so we're going to look at two other important tools, which are called the direct selection tool and the part selection tool. Okay, now the part selection tool is used to select parts and to work with them. As you can see, I've dragged that part out. This time we are not using the move tool, we are using the part selection to do such kind of movement. And to work with direct selection tool, you can decide to select a particular part and work with it in any way that you want. Okay, now this such part is selected, and you can decide to use the convert point tool alongside the direct selection tool to make one or two changes to your shape. Okay, so here I'm just going to change this to something more funny. I don't know if you're going to like this, but believe me, I don't like it. So you see, this is what we can use our tools to do. I know you're enjoying it, and if you're not a fan of the pen tool, I'll advise you to learn how to use the pen tool, because you can use it to do a couple of things. Now you can see I have a shape that creating this with something else will be very difficult, I guess. Yes, so I think with the pen tool, the direct selection tool, and the part selection tool, we've been able to come out with something very, very nice, and I know you're going to like this. Now to convert this to a selection, you just click on the pen tool. Okay, now when you click on the pen tool and right click on the selection you made and click on make selection. Okay, and it asks you to feather the selection you're making. Now I don't want to feather mine. I'll just click on that, and you discover that we have a selection instead of a part. Okay, now that is how it works. Now in our next video, we're going to be looking at something else very important. Now mind you, this is an introductory course to enable you know how to use the tools inside of Photoshop and to make one or two editing. You can check our platform on other courses of Photoshop that touches one or two things in details. I'll see you in the next video.